welcome back to the channel. This is a review on the F8F1B Bearcat. I bought this from can't remember his name now, off Facebook. Really good deal on it. I paid £12 for this posted. So let's get right into the review. So we've got the Bearcat. Sorry about the phone. This is by HobbyBoss. It's 1/48 scale. It's only although it's 1/48, it's quite small plane. We've got some nice box art on the front there, depicting. It's a nice colour actually as well. It's a stumpy little plane. It's a fighter bomber, and this picture is from early 1960. We've got some information on the side there about the plane, and some various depictions of it, pretty much all the same really, apart from a couple of separate views there. Nothing on the bottom, plain on the bottom. And so let's have a look inside. I think this may be the first HobbyBoss kit I've reviewed, so I've never seen any of their stuff before. We've got a little flyer in here with some items of interest on. I've got to say, I do like the Russian Navy class submarine. That does look nice. What's the date on this? You can normally tell how old the kit. May 2012. So we're going back about 5 years when this kit was first released. We have a separate. I like the separate colour call out sheet, which gives you all the information on for your stencils and your colours, which are given in Mr. Hobby, Vallejo, Model Master, Tamiya and Humbrol. So quite a selection there. Put that to one side. Let's have a look at their instruction manual. Similar in type to a bit like Tamiya's really, and some of the others. This is a pull out one. So basically we have, let's drop that down a bit. So we've basically got cockpit going together here, various bits and pieces, a bulkhead on the back, some internal details around here, and then some more internal detail on one of the fuselage halves there. Then we open out to put the fuselage halves together. All the other bits and pieces go together. We've got the engine going on there, with the, it looks like possible exhaust outlets there. Then we move on to number 3, which is the wings, pylons, guns. You can have the wings folded up on this one. I'm tempted to do a little wing fold. I've never done one before, and I'm going to give it a go. I think it makes them look quite interesting at times. Then we move over and we've got the nose section going on here. The picture, the cowling, it does depict it as having quite a lot of riveting detail on, so it'd be interesting to see whether that has transcribed over to the plastic itself, or whether that's just for the documentation purposes. And all the wings going on the main fuselage halves there. I mean, you don't need me to tell you all our instruction manuals. Sometimes I don't know why we do this when we're reviewing, telling you how it all goes together, because you all know this. Even if you were completely new to this, you would be able to understand pretty much everything that's going on. There's nothing in here that I think anyone would struggle with. Very well done. So it's straightforward, really. Let's start with the plastic. Let's go with this one first. We've got the two fuselage halves here, and we've got the bulkheads, and it looks like some engine details there, maybe. Nice detailing. Let's bring this down a little bit more. So yes, we've got the riveting detail, which is good. That's good. I'm pleased to see that that's there. And I'm just gonna adjust the light a bit because it's a bit too much in the way there. You can see that detail and the riveting there. Quite nice. Not in your face as such. Panel lines are not exceptionally deep. Nice and crisp. There's a little bit of burr in there, but nothing that can't be sort of dealt with. Yeah, nice level of detail on that. Not too much, but needs sanding slightly in places. And we've got some of the, looks to be some, I really need a little bit of, I'm going to have to pull this back up a fraction so that I can work with the, there we go. So we've got some panel detail there, and again you're seeing more of that detail on the front of the nose there, and we've got some detailing on the top sections of the bulkhead. I don't know if you can see, you get a little bit of the wiring in there, just sort of there at the top of the screen. My finger is, you've got some wiring inlaid in that. Yes, very nice. Good start. Just pop it back in there. Next one out. And these are, this is the prop, and it looks like some of the weapons and pylons. The prop is the one we're interested. So we've got some landing gear as well. I'm just going to bring this forward a bit. So we've got some wheels at the bottom here. They've got a seam line running down them, through the middle I mean, my apologies. But they're very nicely detailed on both sides, and we've got the landing gear just above, which if painted carefully will also offer some nice, and then we've got I guess that's either a front or rear wheel or something, I'm not sure. Then we've got, we'll have a look at the prop. So looks okay. me just have a feel. That doesn't appear to be any flash. A little bit of burring on the very tops on the rounded areas of the propeller. Let me just shut up. There we go. Cortana was about to give her views on it, and I don't really need that. There we go. I must find, so there's a little bit of burring just on the very sort of edges there, tiny little piece. Must get my black mat found. And then we've got the bombs, which are just really sort of plain. There's nothing to show on them as such. We've got some small sort of details. Just give it a minute to, there we go. Small details there. A pylon there. Sort of don't know what they are, so I'm not going to try and then I guess that's a bomb and some rockets there. They're obviously going to need their tail sections putting on, which is probably what they are down there actually now. Looking at those, I would guess that that's what they are at number 5. They will be the ends to these rockets here. And yeah, and probably a decent. Very good. All good so far. Not seeing any evidence of any problems. Now we've got one set of wings. I'm guessing there's going to be 2 bags like this, and they'll probably both be identical. If not, I've got a plane with only 1 wing. Some nice detail on that. So once again, we've got the riveting detail. You can see that clearly there. It's pretty much I don't know whether that's going to be a problem once it's had its layers of paint and gloss, and you know, are they going to disappear under that? I don't know, because they're very, very fine. We'll wait and see. If it requires too much sanding, I would think you would lose a lot of that riveting detail. So hopefully that's not the case, because I don't have a rosy riveter, which is what you'd need to correct that if you did lose some of them rivets. Or something similar. And then we've got, no, the other wings are done in a separate bag. Right, okay. So they were the tops and this is the bottoms. And on this one we've got the 2 engines, the bottom of the wings, let's have a look. There's your engine. Nice level of detail. They could be painted up to look very nice. You know, some people would say they're too small, but I have just not long ago, painted a 1/72nd scale engine, and I'm very pleased with the results. And everyone I've asked that's looked at it has said that that it came out well, so there's no reason to think it's impossible to do so on this. Yeah, again, nice level. We've got some detail in the wheel wells there, where the landing gear goes, for those of you that are interested in that sort of thing. Some of us would, well, not me, but some people like to have the wheel wells closed up, so they won't necessarily see that. Yeah, so very nice on the back, nothing to worry about on the back. No ejector pin marks standing out, nothing too concerning. And then we've got the folded covers for the landing gears, wheel covers. There's one there, one there. So the plastic's quite stiff. It's not like Airfix plastic. It's not soft, or I should guess when you cut it, it will cut with a snap rather than a soft click, if you like. Here we've got some of the clear parts, and they've got this foam rather nicely over the top so nothing gets damaged. And what have we got there? We've got some, it's nice and clear, crystal clear. A little bit of curvature, but that's because it's a small piece of glass. We've got some instrument panel clearing glass, clear plastic, sorry. Now you can see there's one, and just checking, neither of them are sort of got holes in, as it were. So whether there's actually two needed or one goes on top of the other or what, I don't know, but that's okay. Nothing nasty, no nasties hidden in there. I wouldn't expect there to be when they've gone to this level to protect. You know that you're dealing with somebody that really is trying to protect the pieces. And I should say that this clear piece and a couple of other bags, so the two clear pieces and the nose cone all come in a separate compartment in the box, so they're not in with the main. So this is going to be the main cockpit. This has got foam around it. This is the main cockpit. Oh, it's got a seam line down the middle. Oh, we've got some nice riveting detail around the outside edge, and we've got a scratch. So it just goes to show that was wrapped in foam, and in a bag, and in a section on its own, and it's still got a scratch. Let's see if we can get that scratch in focus. So we've got the I don't know, is it going to come in or not? Let me see. Let me find it so that, right, it's at the front there. I don't know if you're going to see that, I really don't. It is there, trust me. You can see that there, it's just round about there where my finger is. there, you can just see it. There's a long scratch. It's sort of like a chicane shape, and then you've got the rivet detail beneath it, which goes all the way around and over the archway at the back of the canopy. There is a seam down the center there that you can see. That's going to be a pain, because any sanding is going to remove not only the seam but some of the riveting work, which is disappointing. But I'll see what I can do with that. I may be able to remove that without affecting the riveting work too much, and I'll be able to polish out the scratch. But it just goes to show, wrapped in foam in a bag in its own section, and it's still got damaged. It's not really damaged as such, but my guess is that occurred when it was getting wrapped. I doubt that occurred in transit. But just wrap that back up in that and put that in there. And then we'll have a look at the Nosecone and the decals quickly. So this is the Nosecone. Yes, and the riveting detail that was in the instructions has transcribed over to the plastic very well, in fact, so I'm pleased with that. And, let's see, are we going to get it? There we go. There we go, look at that. Nice level of detail. And at the front, we've got no burring, no flash. Excellent. Just finally, because they were sat in the bottom, we've got the decals. And they're in a sealed bag as well, which is nice, like an air sealed bag. Keep them fresh. Now I've opened them, they're like a ticking time bomb. Exaggerated, but we've got what have we got taped on the back here? So we've got two decals taped on the back. Which are quite nice, I quite like them. I don't know where they go on the plane yet, but they're quite nice. The Hellcat, Bearcat, that's it. Getting the two mixed up. The Bearcat logo, I guess that is. Nice level there. Nice level of detail. And then we've got the other stencils and decals here. Just let me lovely bright colours. I'll check register in a minute, but they look to be fine. Lovely and clear. And a lot of these, although you struggle to see them on the camera there, they are there, they're in white, so they'll show up on the blue of the plane. Obviously you wouldn't want to paint the plane white with these, because they wouldn't show up. So there we have it. That is the review on the HobbyBoss Bearcat 148 scale. I hope you enjoyed the review. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Please tell your other friend modelers of the channel so we can try and build it up a bit. And all that's left for me to say is bye for now.